Hi there, students. A rush of blood, or a rush of blood to the head. Thank you to Ronan for this one. So thank you, RR, for the idea. Okay, a rush of blood, or a rush of blood to the head, is when you get really excited and you act in an unexpected way. You can get very excited or very angry. Somebody could hit somebody when there is a rush of blood. Yeah, a rush of blood to the head. What on earth provoked the tantrum? I guess she had a rush of blood to the head or something. Okay, so this is where you do something that's foolish or dangerous, which you wouldn't do. It's something that's not characteristic. It was a rush of blood by the goalkeeper that caused them to lose the game. I don't know why he acted like that, but the ball ended up in the net. I don't know why I said that. It must have been a sudden rush of blood, or a sudden rush of blood to the head. It's where you suddenly have a surge of strong emotions, and this leads you to be impulsive, to be reckless. This leads you to acting without thinking clearly. This typically describes a moment of great excitement or great anger where you do something really silly. I had a rush of blood to the head and hit the policeman. Okay, a rush of blood, a sudden surge of emotions accompanied with a reckless action. This normally happens when somebody feels passion or anger or excitement, and their emotions just completely override logic, and no more is this person a rational being. After the argument, he experienced a rush of blood and quit his job. In a rush of blood to the head, she agreed to go skydiving without thinking it through. So you make a hasty decision after a heated argument, or you take a risk without actually considering the consequences. It's like you become dizzy, your head stops thinking, your mind stops thinking, and you feel a rush of blood. It makes you impulsive. It makes you foolish and daring, where you suddenly do something you wouldn't normally do. I'm a pretty sensible guy, barring the odd rush of blood where I do something absolutely crazy. The player had a sudden rush of blood, and he was so angry with his opposite number that he started hitting him, and then the referee sent him off. So a rush of blood to the head can make you act irresponsibly from time to time, but I'm not sure it's a bad thing from time to time. It depends what you do. I think this is perhaps in the heat of the moment. Okay, he felt let's see, when you stand up quickly, you feel a rush of blood to the head. You feel rather dizzy. You feel a bit, all the blood rushing to your head. So yes, if you're in an auction and you're bidding for something, sometimes people have a rush of blood and they pay much, much more than they intended for something. So a rush of blood can be a physical sensation, but I think it's more normally where we have this foolish action finished by preceded by something that makes somebody excited or cross or passionate. It's suddenly something changes inside them. In a rush of blood, I quit my job and bought a one-way ticket to Indonesia. Don't do anything crazy, he said. It's just a rush of blood. You'll regret it later. The player made a foolish move and was asked to leave the match, was sent off after a rush of blood to the head. Okay, so he did too much. Something went wildly wrong. A sudden wild attack of irrationality. Suddenly when you do something that if you'd stopped and thought about it clearly, you wouldn't have done it. So a rush of blood to the head. Formality. I'm going to give it a 4 in formality. I think it's best in something informal, but you could use it in a semi-formal conversation or just about in a semi-formal writing. So a rush of blood. A rush of blood to the head. Yeah, when you stand up quickly. Bye for now.